Every marriage has 3 rings. The engagement ring, the wedding ring, and the bicker ring. We're here to settle the fights that don't matter and have no winner. It's the 3 Rings Podcast with another new argument.
Well, hello, and welcome to another episode of the 3 Rings Podcast. My name is Phil.
I'm Lauren.
And we are...
married.
Yeah! Hell yeah, we're married. Yeah. That's what I like to hear. What?
Did you think the answer was going to change this week, or?
I hope not. I hoped it wasn't going to change.
You hoped? I would hope that you would
though.
know.
I mean, in my heart of hearts, I knew. In yours, you could have changed your mind very easily about this.
Should something have changed my mind?
I don't know.
Did
kind
you
of a
do
jerk
something?
on these podcasts to you, so.
I don't think so. I don't feel like you're a jerk to me.
A little bit, I think I am.
Have other people said that you're a jerk to me?
No, but I just feel like I am.
I feel like I'm a bigger jerk to you in everyday life, so.
That's love. Works out pretty well, I guess.
You like the abuse.
A little bit. A little bit, I like it.
Well, it works. Whatever works for us, I guess.
Sure. Whatever works for anybody in any circumstance, I guess.
I'm just kidding. We're both nice to each other.
We are. We're nice to each other. We're both happy, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
What? Oh my God. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Yeah. I'm just double checking with you. Just making sure that you're doing all right.
This is like a weird. I feel like this is a weird temperature check that's happening right now, like in our relationship.
I'm sorry. We probably shouldn't do that on a podcast, should
No.
we? Okay. We'll do that in private. Everything's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I thought it was.
I know that it
I'm
is.
like concerned now.
No, you shouldn't be concerned. But anyways, we'll move off of all of that. But welcome to another episode of the 3 Rings Podcast, the podcast where we argue about things that don't really matter in the grand scheme of life.
No.
But they really do matter.
What would be something that you would argue about that would matter in the grand scheme of life?
Religion, politics.
Okay, that's fair.
Like,
all right, yeah.
When you get into like the heavy issues where you really aren't going to have a winner with any of those.
Yeah, so
especially
I feel like
when you start getting
need
more
to, like,
philosophical.
We abide by, on this podcast, we abide by the Miss Manners, like, dinner etiquette rules where you don't talk about God, sex, or politics.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, you avoid like the big issues, and like we say it all the time on the show where it's like, we're not here to solve your marital problems.
No, we are not therapists.
No, that's not
See
what
a
we're here
therapist
for.
if you need one.
Yeah, we're not here for any of the super heavy stuff.
Yeah, we recommend the advice of a mental health counselor.
Yes, but we argue about things that people feel very passionately about.
Yeah.
And it can lead to fights.
Yes, it can.
So
I've seen it happen.
Yeah, I have as well.
It's not pretty.
No, it's really not. But we've been doing a lot of holiday-themed episodes
we have,
lately.
Because it's been the holidays.
Oh, that makes perfect sense. Duh. I don't know why I didn't think of that. But it's been something that, I mean, the holidays is a very big time for arguments for a lot of people.
It's stressful for a lot of people, especially I feel like this year, because like people are not only having to have like the normal like issues with their family, but also the issues of like navigating people's personal boundaries with how they're feeling about COVID-19 and like dealing, like that can create a lot of problems. So if you are stressed about the holidays, we see you, we hear you.
Yeah.
I feel like we're doing okay, but
yeah, we're doing fine.
But yeah.
I was actually reading an article, and it's weird how this year has just kind of changed things, especially around the holidays. Because, I mean, you know, once the pandemic started and people were stuck at home, you saw divorce rates go through the roof.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, makes sense when you look at society. I mean, it's not great that you don't want to spend time with
thing. Yeah.
like, your significant other, but it did make sense seeing that. But I was reading this that the week leading up to Thanksgiving is usually a very quiet time, and the holidays are usually a really quiet time for divorce attorneys, but not this year.
Oh, really? People are just like, whatever.
Going through the roof, because most people try to avoid the arguments and the conversations about divorce around the holidays because you're going to be seeing family, and
that makes sense.
Are you gonna are you gonna be filing for divorce and then have to explain all of this, and
you just don't want to have that conversation about like, where's Tina?
Yeah.
You're like,
yeah. So most people would put it off until the start of the new year. You would see it, New Year and all of that kind of really surges
new year,
up.
New me.
Yeah.
New marriage.
Yeah. New marriage. New me, new marriage.
No marriage.
Yeah. Or that, yeah. So, but this year has been different because most people aren't going to see
they're like,
family.
whatever, I don't have to have these conversations. Or if I do, it's going to be via Zoom for 15 minutes and not for like 4 straight hours at grandma's house. Yeah.
So it's been pretty wild to read some of these things. Yeah.
I wonder too, though, like the whole thing about the divorce rates happening because people just don't want to spend time with each other. I'm sure it's not just that. I'm sure it's like stress and people losing their jobs. It's just been like a hard time. So if your marriage is already like kind of, or if your relationship's like in a rocky position, I'm wondering what this all is going to do to cuffing season.
Ooh.
Hard to cuff someone when you're not supposed to be seeing anybody in the first place.
That's true. I mean, I guess that's like ultimate cuffing, though.
Yeah, right.
Like,
if you cuffed someone, then you're like
pro league.
Yeah, right.
Pro league cuffing. This isn't for amateurs.
No.
You can cuff somebody during COVID. COVID cuffing.
Yeah, you go from like a Tinder hookup to living together for the next 3 months. Like,
I mean, that's again pro status.
Yeah, right.
Well done. That's your
or
that's your jam. Yeah, that can either go really good or really poorly.
What are we talking about this week?
Well, since we're coming up to the end of the holidays, it makes sense that we should be talking about things that you do at the end of the holiday season.
Yes.
Which is taking down Christmas decorations.
Yes.
And this is more specifically, what is the appropriate time to take down your Christmas decorations? How long can you leave them up after Christmas?
Okay.
Where it's acceptable?
Okay.
I think that just slightly after the new year is when you should be taking it down.
A week after?
Somewhere in my head, I had 10 to 14 days. It kind of depends on the year.
So
where
they should be down by January 15th.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I had January 4th through the 8th time frame-ish.
Okay.
Was in my head.
That's your sweet spot?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
You don't want to get too far into January, but I also understand that most people probably aren't going to take Christmas stuff down, as the new year is happening.
Yeah.
Especially with things falling on a weekend.
Yeah. And you're just busy and you're tired from everything.
Yeah. So I think kind of first week of January-ish, maybe going into the second week, depends. But I think that's kind of the sweet spot for me.
Okay. Do you want to go first since I went first last week?
You didn't even say what yours is.
Mine is February 1st.
Are you fucking kidding me?
We used to keep ours up. My sister's birthday is Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And every year she would ask if we could keep up our Christmas decorations for her birthday because she liked them so much. So we usually did not take down Christmas decorations until after Valentine's Day.
If I see Christmas decorations on my birthday, I will lose my fucking mind.
I mean, that seems a little extreme, but...
Is it?
I think so. Why don't you make your points and we'll see.
Okay. Well, again, I said just after the new year, 10 to 14 days, depending on the day of the week. If
I say we make Christmas a hard deadline of January 15th in your case.
That's fine, I guess. Okay. But, depending on whether it's on a weekend or whatnot, outside of this year, if you're traveling or if you have plans for the new year, if you go out, weekends, stuff like that, it's going to be a little more complicated. So you can kind of push things a little bit more. But 10 to 14-ish days, roughly about 2 weeks after, is kind of the sweet spot for me.
Okay.
Point number 2, if you leave it up too long, it just starts to look lazy.
Okay.
And point number 3, you can still have winter decorations without having full-on like Christmas decorations.
Like, what would you consider a winter decoration?
I mean, winter decorations would be, I don't know, like, if you have like snowflake stuff or...
Snowmen, not Santas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if you have an inflatable Santa and an inflatable snowman out on your front lawn...
Okay.
Santa comes the fuck down. Snowman, that's fine. If you want to leave the snowman up, I don't care.
What about the tree, though?
No, the tree should come down.
Why?
Because it's a Christmas tree.
Okay.
So take the Christmas tree down.
What if you decorate it exclusively in snowmen? It's your snowman Christmas tree. It's all snowmen and snowflakes. What if you just take off the ornaments that have Santa on them?
Well, if it's a fake tree, then you can just leave it up and decorate it however you want every season, I guess. If it's a real tree, you got to throw that fucking thing out.
Yeah.
So...
Okay, what's your third point?
Those were my 3 points.
That's it? That's all you got?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Said bewildered.
I kind of lost count. Okay.
Okay.
You gonna go into them, or was that you going into them?
No, that wasn't me going into them.
Okay. I was like, this is going to be a very short episode.
Point number 1. I think that 10 to 14 days after Christmas window is the reasonable time frame. So again, it all just kind of depends.
That is your entire argument. That's not a point to support it.
Okay.
You have 2 points.
Okay, 2 points is going to be enough then. Okay. 2 points is going to give me the fucking W. All right?
We'll see. I think you're taking an L, but we'll see.
I don't think that I am.
Go for it.
All right, so then I guess point number 1 then. If you leave it up too long, it's just going to start to look lazy. So, if you see Christmas trees up in like a department store and it's like almost February, like you're just going to be like, that's
I'm
lazy.
going to be like they're having their end of season sale. I'm not going to say that's lazy.
No,
I'm going to be like, I'm probably going to get good deals. That's what I think.
This is not what I think. The immediate thing that I think is like, that's lazy. Like, just fucking get rid of all this shit.
No, I just think 75% off.
Why would you buy all the Christmas stuff?
To save it for next year so that you can get good deals on things.
Why don't we buy things around the Christmas season then?
What have we bought? I've not bought anything.
I don't know. We buy things.
I've not bought anything.
We didn't buy
decorative.
anything this year.
Yeah.
Last year, I feel like we did. I feel like we bought a lot.
No, we did not buy a lot last year. We didn't buy anything last year.
I don't know.
Everything all of our Christmas decorations that we have, with the exception of things that have been given to us, were what I bought in our first apartment.
That doesn't sound right.
It's 100% right. Name one thing.
We have all the stuff like on the cabinets.
I bought that at our first apartment.
I don't remember it.
I bought that at our second apartment because it was we had that half wall between the living room, dining room, and the hallway leading to our bedroom, and it was on the top of that half wall. Yeah.
All right.
So.
Either way, I think that having Christmas stuff out close to February is pretty lazy. You can put it away and just have winter stuff.
Okay.
And that's pretty much the dead of winter is January. That's like midpoint. Which, I mean, if you want to leave winter decorations up, that's fine. Again, like if you have the giant inflatable Santa and the giant inflatable snowman, like take the Santa one down. Like his job's over. Like
so can
he's already
you
done his shit.
Still, like, is Frosty, is he a Christmas thing or is he a winter thing?
It's been a while since I've actually watched Frosty.
For some reason, that movie always freaked me out a little bit.
I mean, it is a little bit freaky that a snowman
weird.
comes to life.
Yeah.
But I don't fully remember. Does he do anything Christmas related?
I feel like he has to.
I think that he does like Christmas related stuff, or it's like Christmas miracle kind of things.
If you remember the plot to Frosty the Snowman, please let us know.
Yeah.
We don't remember it.
I don't fully remember it. But if he doesn't do anything Christmas related, then
I'm like trying to even
more
like
of a
run
winter
through
movie.
the song in my head, and I can't even think of all the words to the song.
Neither can I. I was never big on Frosty.
No, me either. I was always a Rudolph person.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
Rudolph's way better. But
And yeah, like the Yeti.
Rudolph should go away.
Can the Yeti stay out?
Sure.
Okay.
And Yeti's... That's just winter.
He's
like,
evergreen, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he has nothing to do with Christmas. Like, that was actually before Christmas, wasn't it?
What? Yeti? I'm talking about the abominable snowman that's like in the Rudolph movie.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wasn't that like the day before Christmas?
I mean, the plot of Rudolph is that he helps Santa deliver all the presents in the snowstorm because his nose lights the way.
Yeah.
I don't
But
know.
I'm like, it starts way before Christmas
Yes,
Day,
it
though.
does. Yes,
So
it does.
I think that the Yeti shows up before Christmas.
Okay.
So I don't think he really has any impact on like Christmas in general.
I think
other
he doesn't.
than
He
was
helps Rudolph, I think.
No, he doesn't. What's his name? The mining dude, like basically
Mining dude?
the ice climber dude. Sorry, like he like tackles him off the cliff. Doesn't
We
he?
need to move on. You and I are like we cannot. Our commentary on these Christmas movies is like sad. Like we don't
We haven't watched them
remember
recently.
anything. The ice pick dude.
Yeah,
The
he had like the mustache.
yeah, I know, who you're
I'm
talking about. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got like some crazy name.
I
It's
forget
like
his name. We need to go and, like-
Prospector something. I don't know. Like that's wrong. It's not Prospector.
Are you thinking Prospect Pete from Toy Story?
No.
He's the miner.
No. I don't know what I'm thinking of. Ice Pick Larry
The old
or whatever
Prospector?
his name is.
Might
No.
actually be Prospector.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
I don't know.
Move on. Keep going. What's your next point?
That's kind of all of my points.
Yeah.
It's lazy, and you have other decorations that you can have out if
You
you,
know
want it to
what's
look
lazy?
like joyful. You know what's lazy is not taking down your fucking Christmas decorations after Christmas.
Okay.
Like your lights outside, like if they're still up close to
but they
February
look
and
so
March.
pretty. I think that the like lights outside, especially, like keep up. Like those. Okay, so this gets into my point. So like my point is essentially like I'm just essentially repeating myself from the whole like when should you put up your Christmas decoration conversation that we had, which is like one, putting everything up takes work. Like maximize the time that you get to enjoy it, especially outdoor lighting. Keep that up all winter, man. Like that. That stuff is hard. And like my second point is like Christmas things don't necessarily have to mean Christmas, which I guess kind of like you could have winter decorations that
Yeah.
are your Christmas decorations and like keep those up. And
Yeah.
then if it brings you joy, who cares? Just do what you want. Like, especially this year. Like, if you want to keep Christmas stuff up from now until next December and it brings you joy in this, like, hard time, like, who gives a shit?
But
Just do it.
But I mean, that even ties into, you know, there were radio stations that were switching to Christmas music, like, here on fucking, like, October 1st.
I mean,
It's like, there is a window of time that is acceptable. Like, I don't care if like Christmas music brings you joy in fucking, you know, September or in April. Like, if you just like if you're rocking fucking Christmas songs in April, you know, just in the car driving along to Holly Jolly Christmas or something, people are gonna think you're insane.
I don't think so. If you like it, just do what you want. That's like my whole thing. Like, so putting them up takes a ton of time and effort. Like, you should get to them and get to enjoy it for as long as possible. And like that, I mean, like especially the outdoor lights is just, it can be kind of a task. And especially like the outdoor lights too. Like, who wants to take them down in the middle of January? Like, ride it out until the first warm weekend and then take them down. Like, you do not have to go out there on an icy, slippery roof and like try to take Christmas decorations down. Like, just keep them up. And then the second one, it's like Christmas doesn't have to mean, like, it can be winter decorations. It doesn't have to necessarily be exclusively Christmas
fine
decorations.
with winter decorations.
But, like, define winter however you want. Who cares? And then my third point is essentially, who cares? If it brings you joy, do it. If you don't like it, don't. And don't judge other people for doing what they want to do.
I feel like everybody judges other people, especially when it comes to Christmas decorations. Like, you see it all the time.
This year, mind your own business.
This year is
and
different.
Leave people alone.
Think the grand scheme of our entire life. Like, year
This
after
could
year after year
be
after year.
Our entire life now. So, just let people live. If it brings you joy, rock it all year. I don't care. Rock around the Christmas tree from now until...
I'm still going to judge people if they leave up Christmas decorations.
As long as you do it
into the year.
quietly and don't make them feel bad, I don't care. Do what you want. If that brings you joy, if judging people silently brings you joy, and you don't make other people feel bad about it, go for it. I don't care. Whatever brings you joy this year, do it.
I feel like that's just a cop-out answer for all of these. It's like,
It's the answer that I got. You only had 2 points, so bite me.
I feel like that's a cop-out answer for
I rest my
every of
case.
these arguments. It's be
Bite
like,
me.
I don't know, this brings me joy, so I'm just going to do this. Like, it can't be the answer for everything.
You know what bring me joy?
What?
Ending this.
I feel like more people are going to side with me on this.
We'll see. We will find out. You can find us on @3RingsPod, THREE Rings Pod on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, where you can weigh in and tell us when you think that people should take down their Christmas decorations. I saw that.
Okay.
And we will talk to you next week when we talk about resolutions. Make them or don't.
Yep. The new year is coming.
It is coming. Please rate and review us wherever you listen to podcasts, and we will see you next week.
Thanks for listening to another weekly episode of the Three Rings Podcast. We'll be back next week with another new argument. In the meantime, follow us on all social media platforms @3RingsPod. Join in the argument and tell us who's right, who's wrong, or why you have the right answer. Whatever. Just tell us stuff.